So very good morning, everyone. Respected principal ma'am, resource person of today's webinar, Mr. C.K. Ariva Jagan, esteemed colleagues, and my dear students. I, Professor Rajesh Kumar from Department of Business Administration, welcome you all in a webinar on money management organized by Department of Business Administration, Govindgarh Public College, Alor Khanna, and to say how grateful we are to Mr. C.K. Riva Jagan, who accepted our invitation and share his valuable knowledge with us today. So, dear participants, before I introduce today's resource person, let me share some briefs about our college with you.
Yes, sir.
So, Govindgarh Public College, Alor Khanna, established in 2003, is best co-educational multi-faculty college, NAC accredited B plus grade, registered under UGC 2F and 12B, managed by JEST, and college is exceedingly progressing under the able guidance of Dr. Nina Seth Kajani, principal, crowned with Young Scientist Awardee, Sports Achiever, and NAC Assessor. We are having vast infrastructure with updated computer labs, mass communication lab, and financial lab. English communication lab is there. We are having eco-friendly college with solar power generation plant, Bellstow computerized library, botanical garden, best academic growth with university top 10 position in every stream, and we have contributed in Maka Trophy awarded to Punjab University with 1400 points. And you glad to know that we awarded Best NSS Unit Award from Punjab University in 2018-19. College has IQAC and research cell. We are having registered alumni association, online webinar and lecture, other extension lectures or seminar organized by college on various themes of socio-economic, health and mental well-being. And college runs IGNO Study Center. It also approved Chartered Accountant Examination Center also working in the college. We are having active SESREC cell of MGNCRE. Along with that, we are having social entrepreneurship cell of MGNCRE, Government of India. So, dear participants, we are also awarded with one district, one green champion award from Government Ministry of Education, Government of India. So, dear participants, before money becomes wealth, it's just money. For money to become wealth, it must be managed. Absence of financial management plan, or you can say management plan. Money is merely an instrument used in the pursuit of more, with no real destination and no opportunity for self-fulfillment. So, it is my pleasure to introduce our resource person of the webinar, Mr. C.K. Ariva Jagan. So, sir, kindly pardon me if I pronounce a little bit your name wrong.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, dear participants, sir's biodata is a long list. If I just
Uh,
each and
yeah, yeah,
everything, then our whole webinar will go in this way. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
try to summarize the things. Shri C.K. Ariva Jagan is presently certified trainer for CSR initiative and uh, active member of stock exchange, trainer of stock exchange in stock exchange. So let me brief up the things with you. Uh, Mr. CK is a certified professional skill trainer for employees of HCL Technology Limited, master trainer for ICT Academy of Tamil Nadu to train facilities faculties under FDP for retail sector. He is also working as consultant trainer for lots of companies such as Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, L&T Financial Services Limited, Ujjivan Bank, Suryoday Bank, Jan Small Finance Bank, and consultant trainer to Muthoot Fine Corp, business associate of Steadygram Education and Training Private Limited, partner to Birla Sun Life Asset Management Company, and along with that, Sir is also certified project trainer for retail sales and personality development of National Skill Development Corporation in the field of same money management and trainer for financial and behavioral finance. Sir is also working as consultant soft skill trainer, behavior professional and business communication skills to IT sector training employees at Infosys and Accenture, assessor for unlimited retail chain, and Sir is also having 39 months of experience as the sales head for SMS Group in Chennai and currently senior consultant, India's #1 social networking website and commercial branded SMS service provider. 14 months of experience as a soft skill trainer for MBA student, and list is so long. So kindly pardon me, sir, if I miss something. 24 months of experience as an entrepreneurship development training manager for micro, small, and medium enterprises. 35 months of experience as an assistant manager, HR and training in 100% EOU, BPO, doing web content development for a US client. 31 months of experience in cellular industry and 36 months of experience in paging industry, holding different responsibility ranging from sales officer to city in charge. Sir is also having certified soft skill trainer diploma in e-learning policies from Asian Development Bank Institute, Japan, 2007. Sir also did development program diploma in sales and marketing, certificate in entrepreneurship development from Karnataka Regional Engineering College, Surthkal in 1998, and postgraduate diploma in marketing management from Annamalai University in 1997, Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and Communication from Karnataka Regional Engineering, now that is NIT, in 1996. And sir is having a lot of experience in dealing with news channels just like GTV Groups, Johnson and Johnson, other training program, other lot of list is endless. So lot of industrial experience, and sir is also actively associated with these companies. I just name few of them: Mysore Sales International Limited, as Alstom Network, HCL, Infosys, GMR Infrastructures, Micro, Small and Medium Industry Development Institute, Government of India, Ujjivan Bank, Metro Shoes, Havels Limited. So list is endless. So dear participant, let me welcome with a huge round of applause in virtual mode Dr. C.K. Arivajagan for enlightening us with his valuable knowledge and experience in money management. So, sir, we are eagerly waiting to listen your valuable thought. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful introduction. That was a very long introduction, and really, I'm very much say elated by the information that you've given, sir. So, dear students, is my voice audible? Is my voice audible? Can I have a confirmation
Yes,
from
sir.
every one of you?
Very much audible.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear students, and that's really great. And I will be starting with my presentation. So I'm trying to share my screen. So should I select the window or Chrome tab? Because I have downloaded a PPT. and I'm just seeing like from where I should share, sir. So can I have your support, Rajesh sir? Because I'm having 1 minute. Are you able to see my screen? The PPT is coming, sir. Rajesh
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
The PPT is there. Yeah. 1 minute.
Uh,
Are you able to see the
yes,
PPT?
sir. Now it's
NSC
visible. Yes,
Investor
sir. Now it's
Awareness
visible.
Program. Yeah. So, sir, without much
Sir,
delay, yes.
sorry, sir, I'm disturbing. Sir, we need to play the video before we start presentation.
Okay, fine. You will do that, or I will do that.
So you have to do because I have joined from my phone.
Okay, fine. Dear students, with all my heartfulness and my greetings, with my namaste and namaskar, I'm happy to see you all today morning, and I would like to like say welcome, and I would like to request you to like have an open heart and mind, because this webinar will be of use if you have like readiness to like take new learnings, and that is how you can apply this for your real life and be successful. So let us start with a beautiful video for the day, and like let's see how this is going to enlighten us. Is my video
हम तो
visible?
चले बाली का वेदर चेक करो बेटा पासपोर्ट
आज
Aishwarya, is my video visible?
yes, sir. So
It is
please
visible?
pause it for a second and then we can start.
So shall I play now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just say whether the audio is coming. The audio came?
Not yet.
Wait. So because I just need to know how to like share the audio. That's one thing I would like to have people support.
हम तो चले बाली
Yes.
हम तो चले बाली का वेदर चेक करो बेटा पासपोर्ट
आज 23 डिग्रीज कल 20
आज और कल का नहीं 3 महीने बाद का खन्ना अंकल हम सबको बाली ले जा रहे हैं सॉलिड इन्वेस्टमेंट टिप मिली है 3 महीने में पैसे डबल
लेट मी गेस कोई गर्मा गर्म एसएमएस टिप मिली होगी राइट
करेक्ट तुझे कैसे पता
क्योंकि मुझे भी कई सारे एसएमएस आते रहे
अच्छा
पापा अगर ये एसएमएस सच होते तो हर 6 महीने में हम वर्ल्ड टूर पे ना जाते पापा अनजाने एसएमएस पर विश्वास पैसों का
सत्यानाश एक थप्पा नहीं लगा पासपोर्ट पर सोच कर समझ कर इन्वेस्ट कर
So that was a video, and I will go with my presentation, my dear friends. One minute, sir. I'll just share the screen. Sir, is my PPT visible? Aishwarya, is my PPT visible?
No, sir.
Now,
Is it visible now?
yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
visible now.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, welcome back, my dear friends. As said on the screen, this is a investor awareness program, and you may ask, sir, what is investor awareness? Every one of us, my dear students, my dear faculty friends, like you are having a simple savings bank account where we may have a minimum of 500 rupees or 1000 rupees or whatever the balance it is. So in that aspect, when we have an account in the balance, like in our country, in our economy, we are an investor, because like banks take even that minimum balance and they give out to companies for their growth and expansion, and we all have to know like what are our rights and our responsibilities being an investor in this economy. So to give you more insights, and also to help you like create wealth by your hard earned money, or tomorrow when you complete your college and you get an employment, and when you start earning income, you have to know how to create your financial independence. So this program will show you all the avenues that is like available in our country to start investing and creating wealth. And my dear friends, we have a beautiful option through the Indian securities market, which will help you to make your hard earned money start working for you. So, my dear students, like with a disclaimer, I would like to get slowly into the presentation. The information contained in this material is only for educational and awareness purposes related to securities market, and shall be used for non-profitable educational and awareness activities for general public. No part of this material can be reproduced or copied in any form or by any means or reproduced on any desk, tape, perforate media, or other information storage device, etc., without acknowledging the SEBI or stock exchanges or depositories. SEBI or stock exchanges or depositories shall not be responsible for any damage or loss to anyone of any manner from use of this material. Every effort has been made to avoid errors or omissions in this material. For recent market developments and initiatives, readers are requested to refer to recent laws, guidelines, directives framed thereunder, and other relevant documents as being declared from time to time. For any suggestions or feedback, you may send the same to visit cb@cb.gov.in. Right, guys? So this is a disclaimer. So let's start like understanding why we have SEBI in our country. So as I said before, SEBI stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India, and let's see like what are the roles and what they do for the customers. So the flow of the presentation, my dear students, like you will be having information about SEBI and the Indian securities market, introduction to primary market and the secondary market, and we will see the prerequisites and due diligence for buying, selling shares in securities market, which most of you will be very much interested in, and what are the rights of a shareholder, introduction to mutual funds, do's and don'ts of buying, selling shares in securities market, and investor grievance redressal scores website and information help desk of SEBI. So as you see on the screen, my dear friends, there are three major work or like key mandates of SEBI. First thing, they always strive for the protection of interests of investors, and we are all investors. They develop, promote securities market in our economy, and they also regulate the securities market. So these are the three main objectives. The major work by SEBI are they improve market design and regulation, and they bring in new products for customers to benefit from, and also they increase in market efficiency and transparency. So the Indian securities market, this is the flow chart or the structure. So SEBI as a regulator, under SEBI, we have the stock exchanges, we have the clearing corporations, we have the depositories, and we have the companies. So for us, the area of interest is the stock exchanges, and we are going to like say do all our transactions through the SEBI authorized brokers who will help us to buy or sell shares. And other people who are called depositories and companies, they play a major role in like making the operations seamless, like smooth, and they will do everything for customers. Rajesh, sir, there is a background noise. Can you kindly mute all the participants?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are trying and but
Yeah,
so, so I request all the participants kindly mute themselves.
Yeah, just one or two, like not much disturbance, but again, the background voice is coming. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No problem, sir. No problem, sir. Just a humble request. So, my dear friends, the requisite for buying or selling shares in the securities market. So, tomorrow, when you start earning your salary, assume you finished your like UG, you finished your PG, you are going for a good job, your dream job, or a part-time job, and at that time, you feel that I am having salary in my hand, I am having money in my hand, and I want to buy or sell shares in the securities market. So the first condition, you should have a savings bank account, and it can be in any bank, and you should be able to transfer or receive funds from buying and selling of the securities, which we call as shares. And the further, there are two accounts. If you would like to do the like trading, buying and selling of shares, and the name of the accounts are called trading account and the demat account. So trading account, you can be opening that with a CB registered stockbroker or a trading member, and again you can use the trading account to buy or sell shares. What is the demat account going to do for you then? It will help you to store your shares in electronic format. So that's what they have said. Like your demat account, again, will be with the CB registered depository participant. It is to hold shares in demat and electronic format. Why? Before 1995, share trading was done with hard copy. You will be getting a hard copy share, but now it is completely in electronic format, and that is what we call as dematerialization. So the further prerequisites for buying and selling shares, in securities market. Like to open a trading and demat account, there are a few basic requirements. You should have your PAN card, that is compulsory, and you should have a bank account. And as a proof of address, you can give your passport, driving license, voter ID card, Aadhaar card, or MGNREJ job card, or any other proof of identity like approved by the government. And the opening of account, I said it is a demat account and trading account. For this particular purpose, you don't have to have Aadhaar mandatorily. Okay, only the PAN card is a mandatory thing. So if you are not having a PAN card, my dear students, please apply and have it ready. So let's try to understand like what is the primary market and what is the secondary market. So primary market, it is a place where securities are issued first time to the public, right? Any company who want to like say raise a capital, they want to like expand, and they do the like issuing of the like say securities to the public first time. Secondary market is which will further collect these securities and do your like buying and selling, and that is what is the secondary market. So the primary market is also called a new issue market because they issue security the first time to the public. And secondary market, as they are further taking it for like buying and selling, it is called as the post issue market. The price of the shares, it is determined by the company with the merchant bankers with whom they are going to like transfer or sell the shares to the public. And the secondary market will determine the supply and demand forces of market. So that means like if you are willing to buy a particular company's share, the secondary market, depending on the days like trading and the value of the share and the performance of the capital markets, the price is being fixed. So who are the key participants to do all the transactions? For primary markets, we have merchant bankers and registrar and transfer agents. For secondary market, we have stockbrokers and depository participants. So what is the purpose of primary market? As I said in the beginning, I am starting a company, I have a company, I have grown, I would like to further expand. So to raise capital for my expansion or diversification, I will like try to issue my offer to public to buy my shares. And I should have shown a proven record with my company's like presence in the market, and I should be ready to be listed in the like capital market or as few conditions. And the secondary market will provide the trading of securities like buying and selling, and it will give further liquidity to investors. That means when they sell, they will get the profit and take the money, or if they want to buy, they will give the money and buy the shares. And for all these, like it is used for raising further capital for expansion. So my dear friends, these are the two things that you will have to understand: the primary market and the secondary market. So let us try to understand in detail about the secondary markets and what are the further conditions that you will have to fulfill to become an investor. So there are the process of KYC, which is know your customer process. Only when you complete the KYC process, you will be able to like become an investor. And that is why we are taking you through this. So as we saw in the beginning, like you will have to have a savings bank account, trading account, and demat account. And to like get your KYC completed, these are the steps. A new investor has to register with the stockbroker through whom the trades are executed on the exchange. And the investor needs to fill two forms for opening of trading and demat account. And that the first one is called the know your client form, and that will provide basic information about you, your name, your age, your education, your address, and all that information is given. If you have a bank account, even the bank will do the KYC, and the similar process is applied for doing your trading and demat account. So you can do the KYC process either physically going to the stockbroker's office, or you can nowadays do it by electronic KYC also, that is online KYC. And need an account opening form which will like take details of various services and charges being applied on the new investor. And like the documents to open the trading and demat account are listed here: the proof of identity and the proof of address. As we said before, PAN card is mandatory, and also the proof of ID, right? So the trading and demat account opening form like will take all these details if you are going to trade on commodities also. So, my dear students, understand you can do trading with shares, right, in the share market, or you can also go and do the trading like with derivatives like futures and options, commodities, or currency. So, for that, there are additional requirement of documents, which will be bank account statement for last 6 months, latest salary slip, and copy of income tax return acknowledgement, your passport, your copy of net worth certificate issued by a chartered accountant, and the statement of your shareholdings or the demat holdings. And you will have to give your proof of bank account with a cancelled check and a bank passport. If investor is unable to produce the originals of these documents for verification, he can also submit self-attested photocopies. So, my dear friends, like these are the essential things that you should have before you start becoming an investor and you start doing trading. So, what is this primary market? So, what we call as IPOs. So, IPOs or initial public offerings where people get the chat first time, like shares first time. So, introduction to the primary market. So, the new issues market where company like or institution raise funds from capital from public or called like new securities. So now I am having a company. I said before, I want all of you to like say like buy my shares, and that is how I say like I'm just trying to like issue the securities for first time. And what is the objective? I want to have more money to expand my operations to reach to more customers and generate more business, right? So like when you are going to raise the capital, there are two ways that we can issue the securities. One is through corporate entities or through the government. It can be central and state. And the major types of issues in primary market are divided into four different types. One is public issues, preferential issues, rights issues, and bonus issues. So let us try to understand what these types of issues are. So if you can see the chart here, the flow chart here, like why does a company issue like say public offerings first time? So they will like to start new projects, or they may expand existing projects, or they want to modernize, or they want to diversify into new business, or they want to upgrade the business. And that is why like a company is offering like initial public offering or shares to new investors, right? And objects of the issue and intended utilization of funds, it is given by issuers in the offer document. So when you are investing money in buying shares of the company which is offering IPO, in the offer document, they will give the purpose of why you are investing the money for the company. Okay, my dear friends. And if you see the flow chart, like when we take the financial markets, there are two type of markets. One is called the money market, and the other one is called the capital market. So under the capital market, we have two different markets, which is the securities market and other forms of lending and borrowing. And in the securities market, under capital markets, we have new issues market or secondary markets. My dear students, don't confuse. Our area of interest is capital market, securities market, and in securities market is new issues, and secondary markets is what we want every one of you to gather more information, because that is where we are going to invest the money to have more growth and development. Okay, so we have seen this before. I don't want to repeat the slide like once again, my dear friends. The modes for issuing public issues. So as we saw before, issues are classified into four categories. One is the public issues. So public issues is of interest to us. So public issues is where like you will be able to buy a IPO, initial public offering, or you will be eligible for buying the FPO, which is called as the follow up on public offer. If you are a first time investor in a company, like the company will also offer you follow up of public offer. That means additional shares because you are an existing shareholder, and that is the difference between IPO and FPO, right? And IPO and FPO are further classified as fresh like IPOs, or again like already sold and you want to buy that because the company is growing. And FPO also has been classified. You can buy it freshly, or you can also buy from some others who want to sell the share at a better price to you, right? When we see the bonus issues or private placements, my dear friends, like we classify as preferential issue and qualified institutional placement. That means the private placements is only for bulk buyers. It is only for corporate buyers. It is not for individuals. So our area of interest is only in public issues. So when you are buying the public issue, you will be eligible to like get a rights issue or bonus issue if the company is willing to offer you when they have more profits made and when they are having surplus money, they will give all the investors of the company or the shareholders of the company bonus shares also. Okay, so these are the major structures of how the issues are being made to the public. So the modes of capital issuance, as we saw, like one is IPO or initial public offering, which is done by unlisted company, right? So the IPOs are given by companies who are not yet in the stock exchanges, but once they start showing the growth, once they start showing the performance all of other companies which are there in the stock exchange, then they will be taken for listing. So FPO, we call that as further public offer or follow-on offer done by the already listed company, and like you can get fresh issue of securities and offer for sale of securities to public. The rights issues, again, this is done by already listed company and issue of securities to its existing shareholders. And if you are a buyer of IPOs and IPOs, then you also are eligible to like get the rights issue. So all these, my dear students, are shares of different stages of a company which is given to public. And the modes of capital issuance, they can give it as bonus issue, or they can give it as preferential issue, or they can give it as qualified institutional placement. So now let's see like how the secondary market is going to help to buy and sell shares in stock exchange. So we have to understand the pre-trade preparation, my dear students. So what is pre-trade due diligence needed? Every one of you, if you have some excess money and you want to invest in the stock market, there are three conditions you have to understand clearly. What is that? Your investment without analysis. 1 minute. Sir, is my voice audible?
Yes, sir. You very much audible.
Yes, sir. So, my
Yes,
dear
sir.
students,
Very
yeah,
audible.
my dear students, I would like to again give this caution to you. If you are going to invest money in share market, the first rule is investment without analyzing is like driving on a highway blindfolded. What if you drive a car on the highways by having a blindfold? You may go and crash somewhere. So, if you are going to invest money in any of the avenues in our Indian financial system or the capital markets, you have to do your own self study. And second rule, have a proactive approach, which should have investors to know about the prospective investment. So, how do you know that? You have to read the documents carefully and you will be able to take a decision whether you can invest the money in the particular company or not. Third one, you should have a better understanding about the past performance and the secure future growth of the investment. So whichever company you are going to put the money, try to search on the like internet, or try to search from the BSE's website, or try to see like different online websites about the company's performance, right? And if the company is doing well for the past 10 years, then the company is really successful and they will be successful in the coming years. So keep these basic guidelines in mind if at all you are going to be a successful, like say, investor and a share trader. So these are the further factors that affect a company's actual business and its future prospects. So what question you will ask? Is the company's revenue increasing? Is the company actually making a profit? Is the company able to repay its debts? And is the company in a position strong enough to compete with its peers? So these are additional four questions, my dear students, you have to ask, you have to analyze, you have to research, and you have to do it on your own. Don't believe others. Don't try to be like, say, inspired by others' investment patterns. You take your own individual decision when it comes to money. So, like, where can you get all the information? So now we are saying, please do the analysis. You can find it in the stock exchange website. You can see in the company website. You can also have the industry research report. You can see from newspapers and magazines, and you will also get like latest news in the social media. So now, further, you can go for data related to current economic environment affecting companies' growth and stock price. You can also try to understand the company's financial health, examining cash flow statement, income statement, and balance sheet for at least past 2 years. And you can also see what is the latest price and volume, the historical data, and corporate announcement, etc. So, my dear friends, like don't trouble yourself. Very simple words. Any investment that you want to make in life, please do your like fundamental study, understand, like analyze, and take your intuitive decision. Your heart is your good friend, and it will give you the good guidance whether you can go for investing in a particular company's shares and securities. So understand what is the business model of the company with respect to future growth, and also compare the target companies or the competitors to understand what the company will be in the future also with if there is competition, right? So there are further factors also for due diligence. You have to see who are the people promoting and the shareholders like who are pledging shares of the company, right? And you have to see the scope, growth, competition, profitability, structure of the company. And again, you can see the balance sheet of how the company has been performing, whether they have repaid the loan that they took for expansion, for like starting the company. So all these are small things like that we have to decide before we invest in shares or buying shares. And also you can compare the profits or the dividends paid by the company in the last 5 years. And very important, depth of the company, how much loan the company is having like in the market. So we know we have lot many examples in India where people took huge loans and suddenly they disappear. You should not go and put your money in those companies, and be very careful, right? So how to place orders, my dear friends? Like you can go and visit to broker's office, first option, or you can just do the trading via phone call, or you can send an email to the stockbroker, or you can use the stockbroker's website. You can also have an application downloaded on Play Store. So like there are like number of applications, nearly 32 applications are there in Play Store to like do share trading, like share buying and whatever you want. Even to know updated news about which company share is performing, you have lot many applications that is available on Play Store. So if you are really interested, go and download and learn from them. So let's now look at the depository services. And this is available for demand account holders. That means people who are having shares in an electronic format. So we said in the beginning, till 1995, India stock market was like hard copies. But now, after 1995, when they started using computers, it became into electronic format, and the electronic format of holding share is called dematerialization. So conversion of physical securities into electronic form, and the some examples of the securities in electronic form are equity shares, preference shares, debentures, bonds, mutual fund units, government securities, and sovereign gold bonds. So you may ask, sir, what are these names? These are the products with which you can start investing money, and these products can give you profitable returns. So if you ask me, sir, what are the capital market products I can buy with my money that I want to invest? These are the available products that you can invest your money with. Here, my dear students, are you all listening to me? Is my voice audible? Are you all like getting the information? I know that
Yes.
like this is
Yes.
too much of English, but I'm just trying to give you as much as a simple explanation for you. And my dear student friends, my humble apologies. Like if I'm not like taking the session in Hindi, because the flow itself is in complete English. So I'm trying to make it as much simple as possible. Hope
No
you
doubt, sir.
are
It's
with
going
me.
very well, and students can easily understand.
Thank you, sir.
You are
Thank you, sir.
conveying the concept or defining the concepts and practical knowledge in very effective way. So
Thank
carry
you,
on,
sir.
sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So, my dear students, one day, lot many of you will invest in share markets, and when you want to have shares, like you have to have the demat account, and like you should also like know how the like a demat account or the like shares appear when you purchase it. In India, there are two depositories. Like when you see CDSL, it is called as Central Depository Services Limited, which is actually the Bombay Stock Exchange. When you see the NSDL, it is National Securities Depository Limited, which relates to National Stock Exchange. So keep in mind, CDSL and NSDL are two depositories that is there in India, which we call as Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, right? And the details of registrar and transfer agent of company is available on investor relations section of the company website, right? So tomorrow, when you write a like banking or competitor services examination, they may ask the question like what is CDSL, NSDL. Try to keep in mind CDSL is Bombay Stock Exchange, NSDL is National Stock Exchange. So this is a sample like say dematerialization format like request, and you can see like the information that is going to be like there when you go going to buy the shares, right? So this is one format. You can just take a screenshot for your reference, right? The actual share or the actual share certificate will have a unique number, and that I will be showing to you. So how do you go for the demat or like dematerialization process? First condition, you will have to collect the demat request form from the depository participant, either Bombay Stock Exchange or the like National Stock Exchange, or it can be from the bank where you're going to buy the shares. And second is you will have to fill the demat requisition form properly and sign it and submit the DRF and physical certificates to deposit participant. The care that you should take is you should be signed by all holders. Like what is it? All holders, all the shareholders, and that is one condition. If you are an individual, your certificate should be there, and that is what we always request. And there should be a separate demand requisition form, and that is should be submitted with each ISIN, and the ISIN is the unique code for identifying your share, right? And the format is this. So ISIN is International Securities Identification Number. So that like four like important parameters is it will be having a unique identification number for each security, that is each share. It will be of 12 characters, and this is allotted by National Stock Exchange in India for all securities except government securities, and it will be the same ISIN for both like exchanges. For both BSE and NSE, it will be the same like unique ISIN number, right? So for your electronic form of shares in the demat account, like these numbers will be allotted, right? And if you go further, IN stands for India, E stands for the company name, F stands for mutual funds. So E, if you replace it, it will be for like mutual funds if it is going to be F there. And 005A, it's a company like identification number, and 080, it's the security code, and 02 is the serial number and type of instrument, and 0 is the check digit. So my dear students, kindly take a screenshot if at all you want to know how the like unique identification number for a share will be appearing. And this is the actual sample physical share certificate, and just take a screenshot. So tomorrow you are going to invest money, you are going to buy shares, the like physical share certificates will be in this form, okay? And nowadays as it is going to be in the demat format, so you will be having all these in your demat account electronically, and you don't have to bother about having a like hard copy certificate. So now the important another important discussion for every one of you students is like you have to know more about mutual funds. Why mutual funds? Because if you ask me, sir, tomorrow when I complete my education as a fresher, as a student, I will be having only a small salary. I may earn 10,000 or 20,000 rupees. So from that small salary, like which is 10,000 or 20,000 rupees, I may have expenses for my family and I will have to take care of my survival. So how can I invest money in share market with little savings? That question may be there. So whenever you are having little money, which you are able to save, little money that you can save can be invested through mutual funds, where again you are going to deal with investing in securities of the capital markets. And that is the best part of why we have to invest in a mutual fund. So for people who are not having more money in lakhs or like many thousand rupees, you can, like with a few hundreds or with a few thousands, you can invest money again in the capital markets and you can enjoy the profits. So the mutual fund, it is a common pool of funds contributed by investors and invested in accordance with the objectives. So they are held in a trust of which the investors alone are the joint beneficial owners, and the trustees oversee the management by investment manager. So this is the flow chart of how the in mutual fund companies are performing in India. Our area of importance is the mutual funds, and which we call as the asset management company and the investors, right? And the asset management company is being operated through the mutual fund agents, the distributors, or the bankers, and again the fund accountants and the registrar and transfer agents. So what is an asset management company? As I said in the beginning, asset management company is for the mutual fund manager through whom the company is being run. So they are the investment and both of the trustees and AMC enter in an investment management agreement. So they should have a net worth of at least rupees 15 crore, 50 crore at all times if you want to start an asset management company. And at least 50% members of the board of an AMC should be independent. And the AMC of one mutual fund cannot be AMC or trustee of another fund. And asset management companies cannot engage in any business other than of financial advisory
लीग
and
मीटिंग नहीं करते ना
investment
तब तक लीव नहीं
management.
होती पता.
My dear students, I want to explain this concept. So I said in the beginning, sir, if you don't have too much of money to buy shares of companies, I said you can invest in like mutual funds. So how this like actually work, and you will be getting profits. Now I'm a student from Govindagar College, and I just finished my UG, and I'm getting a job in a local company where my salary is 15,000 rupees. So every month I'm spending 12,000 for my family and other expenses. I'm having 3,000 rupees to spare, which I want to invest in any of the like investment avenue possible. Now we are all the investors. The asset management company or mutual fund manager will collect the 3,000 rupees from me, and they will have it first. They will collect similar small amounts from other investors who are not having huge money, and this fund manager will be having a huge corpus accumulated by collecting that little money. So what will happen? All that amount which the fund manager collected will be invested for buying the stocks and securities of performing companies. And when these performing companies are growing and profit is made, the profits are again distributed to investors, in which I am also one. I am a collective shareholder of the stocks and securities. Are you getting the point, my dear students? So to buy the like shares or securities through mutual funds, you don't have to have lot much of money. Whatever salary you are having, even little, if you can discipline, share and spare every month, you can also start making profits by investing money in securities market. And you know the benefits of investing in mutual fund is your money is safe, your money will get you growth, it will get you returns, and again you can withdraw it whenever you want depending upon the scheme that you are selecting. Okay, and that is the best part of mutual funds. So if you are classifying the mutual funds, we have open-ended funds, close-ended funds, and interval funds. What is open-ended funds? Open-ended funds are where you can go and invest money anytime. Close-ended funds, they have a starting period, they have a closing period. Only within that time you can invest money. Interval funds are often announced during periodical like times by the company, where investors can invest the money. And the major classification of mutual funds are into three types, which is called the debt funds. The second one is called the equity funds, and the third one is called the hybrid fund. So, what is a debt fund? If you are a person who don't want to take any risk with your hard-earned money, and you feel I want a fixed income security and I want low risk for my investment, you can choose a debt fund. If you are a person who is willing to take high risk in life, you are ready to invest money and you can wait for the money to grow for a longer time, you can go for equity funds. If you are a person 50-50, I can take risk, then you can go for hybrid fund, because hybrid fund will put 50% money in equities and 50% fund in debts, right? So that is what you will have to understand, and the classification of mutual funds. And based on the investment style, you can go for a passive fund or an active fund, right, my dear friends? So these are the classification of mutual funds. So please try to keep these in mind. So I have given the explanation of open-ended, closed-ended interval funds. I think I don't have to explain this further again. And debt funds, equity funds, I have given the explanation. So I think we don't have to give you any more explanation. Yes, passive funds and active funds, these are the details for you. Passive funds, they demonstrate a market index. The performance of the passive fund will be as if the company that is listed in the stock market. They invest same securities and in same proportion as that of index, and the expenses are lower, and the portfolio is modified every time index composition changes. So active funds, they invest in securities and sectors that may offer a better return than the index. So active funds, I have to give you one example. Now, it is time that everyone are putting the vaccine for corona. So who is producing the vaccine for corona? It is the pharmaceutical companies, right? So when I said invest in securities and sectors, active funds are where your money is putting into selected sector like pharma sector, or today IT companies are performing well. You are putting the money in IT sector. So you can choose through your stockbroker for investing money in those companies, because they are making more profit. For your investing in their company, you will also get more profit. So my dear friends, you can also choose between passive funds or active funds, and that is your investment style. So we have seen the categorization. So it is equity schemes, debt schemes, hybrid schemes, and additionally there are two schemes. One is called the solution oriented schemes and other schemes. What is the solution oriented schemes? So some of you may say, I want to plan for my retirement, I want to plan for my child's education. So these solution oriented schemes are having investment avenues possible for those things also, if at all you are having money to invest. Okay, my dear friends. So other schemes, we also have certain things like exchange traded funds and gold exchange traded funds and gold bonds, and all those are called other schemes, my dear students. So now, we are saying about investor grievance redressal mechanism in securities market. So we call that as SEBI complaints redress system or SCORES. So if you go to the SEBI's website, or if you go and type https://scores.gov.in, you can first create a login and password, which will be unique for you, and you can go and start filing your online complaints about any grievances that you may have for the money you invested through any stockbroker. If you feel that the stockbroker is not giving you proper returns, then you can definitely say go and complain on SEBI. They will immediately look into, and they will get you the resolution, and they may also penalize the stockbroker or the company for not honoring your payments. So that is why today you have help as an investor to go and complain or file your grievances for investments that you made and you're not getting the proper statements. So as an investor, you don't have to worry, you don't have to bother. Everything is safeguarded for you today, and every one of us can go and invest with peace of mind in our Indian investment avenues. So the complaints coming under the purview of SEBI, you can go and file complaints under SEBI's Act, Securities Contract Regulation Act, Depositories Act, and the rules and regulation made there under and relevant provisions of Companies Act 2013. So matters which will not be considered by SEBI are complaint not pertaining to investment in securities market, anonymous complaints. Some people will put like complaints without giving the name or address, that they won't consider. Incomplete or unspecific complaints or allegations without evidence or proof. And suggestions or seeking guidance or explanation will not be honored by scores. And if you are not satisfied with trading price of the shares of the companies, even that SEBI will not take up. And if you are also going to file the grievance, like non-listing of shares of private offer, like all of these like will not come under the purview of SEBI. Okay, so complaints against companies that cannot be dealt on scores are unlisted, delisted companies, companies like placed on dissemination board of stock exchange, sick companies, vanishing company, suspended companies, complaints that are subjudiced, and company where a moratorium order is passed in winding up or insolvency proceedings, and company falling under the purview of other regulatory bodies. So to complain your grievances in scores, you can lodge a complaint on scores within 3 years from the date of cause of complaint, right? If you fail to lodge a complaint within the stipulated time, you can take up the complaint with the entity of the particular company, or you can go and take legal help, right? So as I said before, investor can lodge the complaint on scores within 3 years, and you can create your own login and password. The mandatory information to file your grievances are your name, address, email address, PAN card, and mobile number. So this is the sample of how the website of scores appears and how you can go create login and password and file your complaint, my dear friends, right? So what they emphasize is provide your complaint details, select correct complaint category, the entity name, nature of complaint, provide complaint details like in written words up to 1,000 characters. If necessary, attach a PDF document of your say shares or other relevant information that can be uploaded for your complaint, right? So this process step, you can take a screenshot. Like tomorrow when you become an investor, you can have this as a reference to file your grievances. And the last discussion in our today's webinar is about REITs and INVITs. So what is this REITs? Nowadays, people are very much becoming interested in investing money in real estate, right? So in capital markets, we also have the option of investing money in real estate investment trusts, right? So the real estate investment trust, it is owned, operated, and it can manage a portfolio of income generating real estate assets. Because before few years, real estate was not a profitable industry because it was fluctuating. Suddenly the price will go down, suddenly the price will go high. But REIT was formed with the sole interest because now there are mega infrastructure projects being undertaken by the government and also by private companies. That means there are huge investors who are putting the money in the real estate investments. So that means they are making profits, and we can also invest money investing in mutual funds, and we can gain profits by REIT, my dear students, right? So this is the structure of how the REIT is being spread across. There is a sponsor, then there is a trustee, and there is a manager, and there is a holding company. So this is one flow chart for REIT. And we also have infrastructure investment trust, and this is another way of investing money for all of us, for the common public. So what is the purpose? To encourage and provide additional financing for investment in the infrastructure sector in India, and they support diversification of ownership of assets like power transmission, roads, ports, and renewable projects. Because if you see each and every city nowadays, there is a huge expansion by converting them to highways, national highways, and they put very good roads, and all these are infrastructure projects, right? And there are also power sector projects coming up. All these again, these companies which are government companies, they will take our funds as an investment, and when they grow and they are able to make profit, you will be getting a share of it, right? So my dear friends, my dear students, so these are the different types of avenues that is available for each and every one of you and us to start our investments and make it more profitable. So quickly, the benefits of investing in like infrastructure investment trust. They provide long-term financing option for existing infrastructure projects, and they free up developer capital for reinvestment in new projects. And they have low risk investments offered to attract long-term investors such as insurance and pension funds. And they also help facilitation of ownership of diversified infrastructure assets for retail investors, where we all fall in. And like this INVIT, they also help to bring higher standards of governance into infrastructure development and management. If you see, like all the highways will be of high quality, whereas some of the local roads will be of bad quality. So by this like trust, like they also ensure that we are getting a quality like transport and quality pathway to make our journey like very smooth. And for all the people who invest in INVITs, you have like very good growth of your money into more money, right? So this is a flow chart of INVITs. And yes, I think we have come to the end. So thank you. So my dear students, I've come to the final of the like presentation. So now I am willing to answer your questions. Rajesh sir, like I would like to hear from students.
Yes,
Like
sir.
if they have any queries, I am willing to answer, because like it was like full of a loaded information. I don't know how much has gone into mine, but whatever was possible, I've given them clarity so that they can take a decision if they want to become an investor.
Yes, sir.
So dear students, the floor is yours. I'm willing to answer any one of your questions.
Yes, sir.
You can use the chat box. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a wonderful experience to listen on this technical topic in a very
Yes,
simple
sir.
way, and you cover each and everything in a very practical manner. So the
Yes,
student
sir.
does not learn about the theoretical aspect, they learn how the actual things working in there. So,
Yes, sir.
dear participants, if you're having some queries, then you can ask. Let me check the chat box. So, sir, in chat box,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of the
Pooja.
participants
Yeah. Pooja has
want
asked,
to
like, yes.
ask
Yeah.
regarding,
Yeah.
is there option of, just like in bank, we are having option of
Yes.
joint account in Demat account,
Yes.
two
Yes.
person can open it?
They can. They can open. Yeah. They can open.
Okay.
Definitely. They can open. It is possible. It is possible. Yeah.
So,
Pooja has already asked. Sorry, Pooja, I didn't see your chat. Just now I'm seeing the like questions, and you have put the question at see 10:30 itself. Thank you,
Okay,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
I didn't see that.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you. Yeah,
uh, any other participants who want to ask their queries, they can ask.
please.
Joint folder, okay. So, sir, one question from
That's it.
my,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I just?
yeah.
Okay.
Please, please.
So, sir, you describe about various investment avenues. If
Yeah,
as a salaried person we are in jobs, then
yeah.
according to you, uh, which investment avenue is more beneficial for the salaried person, as if we want not go in investment, in speculation, then we want to in long term and small investments, then what
Yes, sir.
you can suggest?
I would suggest that being a salaried class, say, people, we can go for SIP, or we call that as systematic investment plan in securities market. So that's what I said. Mutual fund is one flexible way for every one of us, and there are three beautiful products. If you are a person taking low risk, you can put your SIP in a debt fund. If you are a person that you are having the patience and discipline to invest money for long period of time, say minimum 5 to 10 years, that little investment like will be giving a huge return, and that is the equity product. If you are a person taking 50% risk, then you can put in a hybrid fund, sir. So all these are having that systematic investment plan. Minimum 500 rupees will make you to be an investor.
Okay,
Am I
thank you,
clear,
sir.
sir? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is another question from the
Yeah.
participant, Devanshu Uppal. He want to
Yeah.
ask, to invest, we have to see the RSI or not, sir?
What is it, RSI? RSI is a new RBI or RSI? Come on.
He is writing RSI, but maybe it's ROI, return on investment.
Yes. Yes, that's a good question, but you can see the past performance of the company in the stock exchange website, or you can see it from the, like, say, previous reports of the company, or you can go and visit the company's website, and by that you can decide about how the company is performing, and you can take a call. Am I giving you the answer? So you don't have to blindly invest. You do your fundamental study, and that is possible. That is available on the, like, say, websites of the company and also in the stock exchanges. Yeah,
Okay.
return
So,
on
sir,
investment.
you want to
Yes.
ask? If any participant having other query, then they can ask.
So, like, let me make it clear for Divanshu. I think I have answered you correctly. Yeah, because yes, if I'm going to invest money, I want profit. So, if I have to, like, get profit from the investment I'm making, I should know how the company has performed in the past, and that is, like, available for us in, like, different areas, and you can go cross verify and then plan your investment. Okay, Divanshu. Yes, ROI is like, I want returns, I want dividends, I want profits, and that is what an investor will think. We don't do investment for time pass. I should get a benefit. Okay. Yes, Divanshu. Thank you,
Okay.
Pooja. Like, that's a good
So,
compliment. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have answered all the queries of the participants because you
Yes,
explain
sir.
in a very effective way. Now,
Thank you so
I
much,
would
Rajesh,
like
sir.
to invite our Honorable Principal Ma'am, Dr. Nina Singh Pajni,
Okay,
a
ma'am.
multi-faced personality donning multiple hats as NAG
Oh,
Assessor, President
yes.
of Punjab University Sports Council, North Zone
Okay.
Vice President of Association of Indian College Principals, and
Okay.
active members of various professionals and academic bodies, the navigator and torchbearer of our institution. I invite you, ma'am, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Namaskar, sir.
Ma'am,
Namaskar, ji.
namaskar. Namaskar. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
It's honor to have you here, Engineer
So thank you, ma'am.
C.K. Aravindagan, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I think I correctly pronounced your name.
Relax,
So,
ma'am. No problem. No problem.
so as a convener of this webinar, and first of all, I want to apologize. I could not. I had to welcome you because I was busy somewhere. We are having Senate election at the
No
campus.
problem.
So,
Oh, great,
so
ma'am.
as a
Great,
convener
ma'am.
of this webinar, I'm thankful to you for sparing time and providing the deep knowledge of money management using simple words. I joined half an hour before, and your session was very interesting and informative, and there was a excellent coverage of all the subtopics under this head,
Okay.
money management.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good, ma'am.
And kindly accept my sincere
Thank
thanks.
you, ma'am.
And I
Thank
was
you. I'm belated.
have such a seasoned scholar virtually. We would like to invite you offline
I
someday.
will be,
Our
ma'am. I will
students
be
and
ready, ma'am.
participants on a good and
I will come, ma'am.
healthy money management.
Yeah.
My
Uh,
best with
ma'am's voice is okay, ma'am. Ma'am's voice is dropping a bit. Okay. Right, Rajesh, sir? Like, I think sir's
Yes,
madam is ma'am's
maybe some
voice is
little bit
dropping.
network issue.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. No problem.
So,
No problem.
ma'am,
No problem.
can you hear us?
Ma'am, can you hear us? Ma'am is back. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Am
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible.
for sparing time. It was a very interesting. You. God bless you. Best wishes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. I will be happy to come to your place one day, very soon, ma'am. Right? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Rajesh sir, so we will call it
Yes,
a
sir.
day, right? So it was a beautiful organization, and you had coordinated, like you had brought the crowd, and that is like say cumbersome task. And I appreciate you for that sincere effort, Rajesh sir, because from day one you are in touch with me. You are sending me the invitation. You are asking me the like say information and clarity, and you showed your sincerity like more than 100%, Rajesh sir. And for that, I wish you come to the next level, whatever it is in life, with the Almighty's blessing. And I also send my prayers for all your faculty members, for students to like grow in this college and reach like better heights in their life. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your
Yeah.
wonderful wishes.
Yes.
And we really enjoyed your session. And I
Yes.
also thankful to Aishwarya ma'am also,
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
present here. And
Ashwar is the coordinator. Yeah.
I offer sincere thanks to our principal ma'am, Dr. Nina Seth Pajani, for offering us such a platform to interact
Yes.
with a renowned scholar. So thank you so much, sir, for
Yeah.
enlightening us with your valuable knowledge. We
Definitely.
hope we can have a session like this in future also with your
Definitely.
cooperation.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
sparing
you.
time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, sir. All the best.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sir.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.